What's going on YouTube? It's your dude Tristan Farquhar here, back with another video, and in today's one we've certainly got a really interesting one for you today because, my friends, the Ultra League has arrived. But before I get into the video, there is something very drastic that I need to address. And I need to do it quickly because I have discovered that the vast majority of my viewers only view my videos for the best part of just over a minute. So guys, if you would not mind, if you do go on to enjoy the video, please subscribe. And with that quick plug out of the way, because I would like to hit 20 by the end of the month, which is in a couple of days' time, for my first month on YouTube. With that out of the way, let's get into it. Today, we are running a triple shiny team, triple shiny legendaries. However, as you'll notice, this Articuno here only has one move. It's Icy Wind as it happens. Always guaranteed to lower the attack stat of the opposing Pokemon by a stage. Unless of course it's been lowered to the maximum. Anyway, point being, there's only one move on each of these Pokemon here today, so it's definitely a budget team that functions really well. We've got a long one for you today, 4 battles, and let's get into the commentary. So, Articuno is able to take out the Gramble, which is nice. We shield once. Now we're going to use the Icy Wind and get the shield back in return. And we are just going to miss out on the second Icy Wind, which is okay, because now we have switch advantage. We can come in with our Cresselia here, and he will switch into a Venusaur, which we have the perfect counter for. This Ho-Oh is running Incinerate and, of course, Brave Bird. So we're going to leave that go through. We'd like to save our shields for the Cresselia if we possibly could. And we're going to take not too bad damage there. We do make a mistake by going for the Brave Bird. What I should have done was built up to the 2, or as close as you can to the 2, because you can go 1 Incinerate under. If he'd have shielded that, we'd have been in serious trouble. So what we can do now is we can build, we get through that Incinerate. So now I'm thinking, okay, we can shield this and safely get off that Brave Bird. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to shield it up. And it just so happens that I over-tap by 1. And he's going to get through the Hydro Cannon. So now I have indeed wasted my shield altogether. So now we have to bring back in our Cresselia. We know for a fact he's going to shield the first attack, because it could be a Grass Knot for all he knows. And of course it's not a Grass Knot. And we hit the shield. We do not get the attack decrease, which is now a 10% chance, I do believe, to happen. Please do correct me if I'm wrong. It used to be 30, it was changed. I'm pretty sure it's 10% now. There's not really much to say about this. This is just going to be back and forth. We get hit by the Earthquake, go for another Moonblast. And realistically, we're going to need to get to 1 more to take this first battle here. He's going to go straight down into that red health. Oh, lovely. We have the advantage. We get to the Moonblast, but oh no! He's going to be able to hit us. We can guarantee it's Earthquake. So here we'll come through the Earthquake, and we just survive on 1 HP. Well, no, not quite 1, but you know what I mean. Low enough. But we do manage to get to the Moonblast and take the win there in that first battle today. So as you can see, having 1 move is not always going to be the biggest downside, as we do take the win there. We do indeed. And we will move on to the next battle. Now this is 4 out of 5, because in the very first one, not only did I lose, but I was using a different team. I used Lugia, Shiny Lugia, instead of Shiny Articuno to lead, and I just feel like the Articuno is the better lead of the 2, as much as I do love Lugia. Let me know down in the comments below if you'd like to see a Lugia team, not necessarily this one, but a team with Lugia in it. And we are put up against the Snorlax. So, Snorlax, this is okay. This is all right for us. We can live this matchup for a little while. And as much as I think I should go ahead and shield this attack, that's almost guaranteed body slam. Yep, there it is. I'm going to decide to let it go through. The reason I say I should shield this if I'm planning to stick out the matchup is that Icy Wind is lowering his attack, and all of the subsequent body slams will do less damage now until he switches out. So, there we go. We are going to build up to the next one. He's just going to get to an attack before us. And I do think we will have to shield this to stay in the game. Yep, we are going to utilize the shield there. And we're going to get off our Icy Wind. Now, there's always a chance he shields this in an effort to maintain switch advantage, but realistically, he's a Snorlax. This will put him into red. And yeah, no shield comes out from the Snorlax. If you're that Snorlax there, you could do so to guaranteed win switch advantage. But no, it's not worth it for him, really. He is going to take us into the red, and we're just going to try and Ice Shard him down, and we do so with a tiny little piece of health remaining. So we're going to go for the Icy Wind immediately, and I'm saying, yes, this is great. I've seen the type up in the corner. It's going to be a Togekiss. This is almost guaranteed to get a shield, or else it's putting that into near yellow health. So we retake our shield, and now we just have switch advantage, and the Togekiss's attack has fallen. I'm reading into this guy's team, not quite certain yet what he's got in the back. It's Snorlax, Togekiss, maybe Giratina? Maybe Giratina. Yeah, it actually is Giratina. Hey, I never get that right in Ultra League. Ever. So we're going to go for the Brave Bird, and I think we should swap out into Cresselia here, just to shake off the debuff. Yeah, we'll switch into Cresselia. We're going to go for some Psycho Cuts to try and build up to the Moonblast. Realistically, he doesn't have Ancient Power. He's going to go for Shadow Sneak here, and that's exactly what does happen. And it does a fair chunk of damage. Of course, it's super effective damage onto the Psychic typing of Cresselia. And the Shadow Claws, again another Ghost type attack from Giratina. This is going to be adding up. Going to be adding up considerably. However, we know if we keep that shield for Ho-Oh, it's definitely going to be able to counteract the Togekiss if it cannot fire through an Ancient Power. So we're gonna duke this out against the Giratina here. And I do believe we got an attack debuff earlier on in the fight. And that is going to enable us to not shield this, barely hang on, but hang on just enough. See that Shadow Claw goes through there, but it's not going to work for the Giratina. And we are going to get through the Moonblast, which is lovely because now we take out that Giratina, will switch immediately into Ho-Oh and just try and build to just over the Brave Bird to guarantee that the Brave Bird takes out the Togekiss without it being able to fight on with our defenses being lowered. And yeah, there's that dreaded Ancient Power, and thankfully he does not get a boost. We get through one more Incinerate. Nearly forgot the name of the move there. And we're going to go for Brave Bird, and it is going to take out the Togekiss from that range. Awesome, awesome stuff, again, from the Shiny Legendary one-move team. And if any of you guys are new to PvP and don't know, you don't actually need to have these Legendaries as Shiny. They'll do on their own. The only one that's really expensive is Cresselia. It's going to cost you a little bit of candy. So if you don't have it, I would recommend trading for it. I think it has just recently, or as recently as Niantic likes to put Legendaries back into rotation that are good, it's recently been there. I don't think it's going to come back any day soon with the Kanto Tour coming up. So if you don't have one, I would recommend trading for one if you want to use this team or just have a really awesome Ultra League Pokemon. Anyway, we'll move on now into the battle against Poliwrath. This is really good for us. And as much as I think he is going to go for Ice Punch here, there's always the chance of Dynamic. And there it is. I have completely and utterly miscounted. And Articuno is going to lose about 47-ish% of its health. He's going to switch immediately into Cresselia, which is quite interesting. Here it comes. We're going to be able to lower its attack stat, as you can see there, with the attack fell and the little blue icon swirling around it. It's gone now, of course, and it's going to come back a second time, as we are going to lower its attack stat a second time. The reason I'm not really wanting to switch out here is both of the Pokemon in the back can deal with that Poliwrath, and we can just lower the attack stat of Cresselia to the point where it can't do anything to our back line. There's the future sight, and we do realise that if we leave Articuno go here, we will give up switch advantage. So we're going to get this another Icy Wind coming through. So now when we do switch out to one of our back line, it is going to be doing 75% less damage than it would without the attack debuffs, because each one is 25%, I do believe. And we're building up to that Brave Bird now. And There we go. He's going to use an attack. We definitely don't need to shield this. This thing's going to be doing tiny damage to us. Look at that. Just delicious. That's absolutely brilliant. Fantastic. Now we don't need to shield again from the Poliwrath, although he's definitely going to need to shield us, because a Brave Bird would KO it from this range. I'm going to build up to just under 2, as I say. Go 1 Incinerate under the second Brave Bird, because otherwise the energy won't count, because it generates a little too much. There it is, an obvious shield from the Poliwrath. We're going to get up to another one, and he's going to get off his attack first. Of course, this is going to be Ice Punch, because it would be doing slightly more to the Ho-Oh, as it is not resisted like Dynamic Punch. There it is. There's our first, I believe, shield. And this is either going to get his second shield, or it's just going to KO him outright, which would be lovely. Of course, it does get the shield, as the Poliwrath makes an attempt at changing over this matchup. And we try and switch there into Articuno to catch the move, but the Incinerate, being 5 turns long, just about doesn't let us, so we're going to have to use the shield again. Not a problem. Now the switch into Articuno goes through, which is a little bit concerning. And we get to the Icy Wind, but just miss out on the opportunity to get it off. So Articuno is going to go down here no matter what he uses. Yeah, Ice Punch, there it is. You're better off because Ice Punch is cheaper than Dynamic Punch. I think he's certainly got all the momentum on his side of the field, no matter the fact that he has such weakened Pokemon. Of course, here's the Cresselia now. I'm hoping he doesn't get an attack debuff, and he does not. So I'm just going to build up a little bit of extra energy on top of the Moonblast. Probably could have gone for a little more. However, if he'd have gotten off a Moonblast himself and lowered my attack, it would have been a little bit iffy of a situation to be in. So down goes the Cresselia. We're going to wait for the opponent now to make their decision on what to put in. I'm hoping it's the Poliwrath. I doubt it, because it's a part fighting type, and it is the Poliwrath. So I'm now starting to think that he might have something weak to my Cresselia in the back. He's going to go for the Ice Punch. That's fine. No problem there. That's just a tiny little chip of health. Again, we build up to above the Moonblast. Just we have a bit of energy for whatever the last Pokemon is. I do believe we have a Brave Bird ready to go on Ho-Oh, which is nice. And it's going to be an Articuno that comes in. Okay, so we are going to go for the Moonblast. Again, we've seen what Articuno can do with this team, the one that I'm running. So we know it's going to be going for those Icy Winds, most likely to lower my attack stat. But there is the timer. We have 2 Pokemon left. He's only got 1, which would enable us to take the win. Here comes an attack. This has to be Hurricane for him to have any chance of winning. And it is a Hurricane. But the time will finish up, and we take the win with a tiny amount of health left in our Cresselia and a Ho-Oh that would have had less health than the Articuno. I should have switched and gone for Brave Bird. I completely spaced the fact that I had a Brave Bird ready to go. So here, my friends, is the last battle of the video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Of course, if you have, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I'm well on my way to 20, as I mentioned at the start of the video. I'm trying to grow my channel a little bit here, so all these plugs, please do bear with them as we go through the battles. We have a Typhlosion, which is a really bad lead, and I make the decision to switch into my own Incinerator, which is Ho-Oh. So we're just going to duke it out here between the two, try and see when he's going to go for his Blast Burn attack, which takes 3 Incinerates, the same as my Brave Bird, and try and sneak one through. It doesn't quite work out for me. I think I'm going to have to shield this. Yes, I do decide to shield this. There it is. There it goes through, and we're going to get off the Brave Bird, which, of course, they are going to have to shield if they want to keep their Typhlosion around for much longer than half a second. And they're going to switch immediately into Togekiss. Right, that's fine. I'm going to build up to more than 1 Brave Bird, get through to, of course, the standard 1 Incinerate under the second Brave Bird, and go for the first one. Here we come. We're going to get this through. This is going to almost take out the Togekiss, and the next Incinerate is going to do so. So now we have a Brave Bird ready to go, which is almost guaranteed to take the shield of whatever comes in here, unless it's something that resists flying, because Brave Bird just does so much damage from a Ho-Oh. There it is. We only hit a Great, which is concerning. My inability to hit those bubbles is still there. And we hang on from the first Incinerate with a tiny bit of red health, which enables them to farm me down with an extra one. We come in here with Cresselia because we do not want to send an Ice type anywhere near this little Fire type machine. Here comes a Blast Burn. There it is. And they will switch into a Fairy type. It's going to be Granbull. And we're going to go for a Moonblast. The Moonblast is coming through. And it's going to take away half of the Granbull's health. And we're going to swap immediately into our Articuno. Articuno is going to be able to take on this Granbull. We have to hope that this first one is not close combat, and it's not, which is good. It's a Snarl Granbull. For any of you guys who didn't notice, it is a Snarl Granbull, which means it's generating energy a lot faster than the Charm user. However, Charm is just doing a lot more damage. Close combat, there it is. We survive it, and we can farm it down just about. So now we have at least one Icy Wind, and we are almost ready for the second one. Here we go. There goes through the first Icy Wind. Of course, it's not going to take out the Typhlosion. And there's the second Icy Wind. We do get to it. Of course, Ice Shard being a lot faster in terms of turns than the Incinerate. I'm actually not too sure how many turns an Ice Shard takes, but that's the last one to take out the Typhlosion. So there we go. We have won 4 battles in a row with this team. If you did enjoy the video, please be sure to leave a like on it. Hit the subscribe button. It would be awesome. Please do. Please consider it. Because then, that way, you can come back for more whenever they come. I'm not a one-trick pony. Don't worry about it. I'm going to leave you guys to see me catch this Snorunt at the very end of the video. You can click away now if you want. Because, with that being said, Tristan Farquhar out. See you later.